Hello, my hosts, and welcome to another editing stream. And yes, I did take a little bit of time in the startup screen. Got slightly interrupted, but we are back in it. All right, how is everything? Hopefully the audio levels are fine. Looks like it. We'll see when this plays back as well. On diplomacy, another effort at soft power projection. Yep. So go through there. Past that thing. And on to thing. That works fine. Just check on you. All right. How's my day? It's just starting and it's been good so far. Let's see what next we're going to add to this thing. And now we return to the star of this video. Indonesia, population-wise. All right. Yes, it is. I wonder if we can do something spooky month. I haven't prepared. Right. Sure. It goes. Oh, I can't do that. Can I do? That? I've never really been good at horror games. They've never really sort of appealed to me. But I might be able to find one or such. Okay. Now I've got a Google map of Indonesia. Can I? I can print it. Guess that works. Print it as a PDF. Yeah. Ah. Now, just off there. Can I just directly import the? Yes, I did. And if you put them on top of each other, they make the Austrian flag. And also, you can convert PDFs to images using Inkscape if you need to, which is kind of handy. Yep. All right. Internal import. There we go. And then I can save that as a, oh, sorry, export that as a PNG. Uh, don't save the changes. All right. I think a great many things on this thing is about knowing how to convert stuff into stuff you can import. But I've recently discovered that DaVinci Resolve can actually import web. What is it? What is? I forgot the name. The that new image protocol that nothing understands, which is good. WebM. That's what I meant. Okay. Population-wide, we are working on a video essay thingy type of thing about Indonesian VTubing. The star of this video, Indonesia population. Okay. And hi, MGQ. Indonesia is unquestioned. Let's put a break here. All right, that fusion page. Remove that background. Bring this image file in. And blow it up. It is. I do like making calm streams. Where's... Ah, there's Timor Lassie. Okay. There we go. Just remove that. All right. A person-to-person projection of soft power. And now we return to the star of this video. Indonesia, population-wise, it has 208. Let's capture an image to justify that. There. Yep. And there's also another, that's not the button I wanted. There's another island that is Hindu majority as well. Oh, what's... I forgot my key combos. Oh. is that not doing what it normally does? Have they changed the key bindings on me? Normally I was able to do something that allowed me to make good... Ah, there it is. Okay. Area screenshot. Capture like that. Name this. To Indopop. Yeah. Religion's a complex issue because you've got areas like Archie, which are very Muslim, and then you've got more less fundamentalist types. And then you, of course, got political power trying to manipulate everything. Actually, let's bring that up as an adjustment clip so we can animate it and crop it and everything like that. Yeah. All right. Bring that to there. Got a box around that. That's the wrong spot. Box joins onto there. Expand that a bit wider. How legible will that be on a screen? Let's make it a bit bigger. Because of that, we're going to make the box a bit bigger. Actually, let's put the box there. Ah. Yeah, I wasn't making a judgment. I was more talking about uh, uh, kind of islands filled with such differences in subcultures. I wonder how it affects this. Ah, that is a good question. The main tourism destination is the island of Bali, which is mostly Hindu, but they do have a problem that it's kind of gets over touristed. So they're trying to encourage people to visit the other islands as well. Why? I find that weird that Which just, oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to adjust that. But one of the sort of the country motto of Indonesia translates to unity through diversity. It's like the idea of understanding all the different cultures as a unified whole, contributing. I think that's better. And we can now 200 and so when I talk about it, let's take that down there. They types, but they've been have to consider influence that will start to have, yeah, 285 million people. So I think that's a good spot to have it. And that pops up here. Just the curves. Let's see how that goes. 285 million people, making it the fourth most. Spot that there. And we can have it drop down at the end. All right. Let's see how that turns out. 285 million people, making it the fourth most popular. 285 million people, making it the fourth most populous country. There we go. Just a little bit after US's 347 million. East to west. Now, I'm going to have to capture myself. I'm just going to put the note here. Capture self using real size app. 347 million. East to west. It is wider than the US, and it's also wider than Europe, home to over 700 languages. And it has there. Population bank. Yep. And if you put a circle starting around here and going out to around there, that circle will contain half the world's population. Sort of like around that way. Hundred languages. And it has the largest economy on a total GDP. Oh, I'll capture this as well. ASEAN countries by GDP. All right. Oh, got that. No, not that. Is it gonna be weird on me again? Let's reload that page. Why does things I thought worked no longer work? No. Suppose I could do it that way, but I'm just going to do a little search here. How to take area screenshot Chrome. Control Shift I. Then P, capture area. Screenshot. Like that. Rename this one. GDP. All right. Sorry, I'm doing stuff off screen. It's just a little bit harder to do this and have it captured without risking doxing myself or throwing stuff that's sensitive onto the screen sometimes. Okay. Largest economy on a total GDP basis in C. As there we go. That up. Got another one. Expand this so it's more or less readable. Oh, like that. Move there. Put a key down there. Yeah, kind of like that, although the EU's a bit more integrated for good and bad. Me on a total GDP basis in C. Me on go back here, put another keyframe at that spot. Go to the bottom, have it drop out. Smooth those all out. Let's see how that goes. Me on a total GDP basis in C. It feels a bit weird having it sort of hover up and down. Let's adjust that so it doesn't do that. Me on a total GDP basis in C. Me, all right. Largest economy on a total GDP basis in C. As an aside, I'm using Indonesia's GDP in this argument rather than GDP per capita. I wouldn't say it's the EU, Southeast Asia, but it's closest comparison you think of. Yeah. Because Southeast Asia has a few anomalies for GDP per person. Singapore, which is basically a container port with a seat on the UN, and Brunei, whose economic power comes because it's sitting atop 1.1 billion barrels of crude oil. Anyway, Indonesia is unquestionably an important nation on the world stage, but is often found itself ignored. That's a common flaw in a lot of communist systems. Yep, it's a sultanate. And where is it? It's that tiny little thing, if I recall correctly. Hold on, which thumbnail am I using? I can't remember. Oh, is it the one with my face looking wacky? Yeah. Oh, that was me pulling pieces of the screen and running the capture, doing a screen cap, and then picking the ones that looked good. But has often found itself ignored. One of the core aspects of new public diplomacy is treating a country like a brand. And the first step in marketing a brand is brand awareness. Just making is look good the same as look unhinged? Exactly. Uh, now, needs is treating a country like a brand. And the first step in marketing a brand is brand awareness. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Let's see if we can get. Did I manage to close my copy of Chrome? That's weird. Okay, fire up Chrome again, I guess. Uh, uh, well, it catches the eye, and that's important as we're talking about brand awareness. Da, da, uh, see what we can. Okay, that's how brand awareness is typically illustrated. Let's go here. It's treating a country like a brand. And the first step in marketing a brand. All right, let's put a break there. Especially for a US audience. And there, actually, open the Fusion page. Let's do some illustrations. Let's go polygon and a multi-merge like that. Let's go background color. Combine that into there. Let's go sort of a dirty cyan. Triangle, just adjust it so it looks good. And we're going to run it for a background like that. Oh. And we're going to give it a green. So levels of brand awareness. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Text. Top of mind. Let's set that to hyperlegible. Shrink it down. Put a little black outline around it so it's more clear. Right. Now, our next one. Like that. Let's shift these down. Let me go like that. Yep. This is not a pyramid scheme. Our model is the trapezoid, which is the shape we are going to be doing. Yeah. Like that. Change the color. Let's put a bit more blue in it. Well, that looks a bit asymmetric. Just that. There. Move that down. This is recoil, recall. All right. Again, match these ones. Up. Take that down. Scale that out like that. Oops. Come on. Let me grab the other end, please. Yeah. Now I want to grab one end without the other. Can you let me do that? Yeah, that's good. That is recognition. Perfect. And we'll get this background. Let's go for a bit of a brown here. The thing about brown is orange with context. Actually, that sort of beigey brown is okay. There we go. our kind of awareness pyramid. That topmost point looks out of place. Let's shift it slightly. That's better. Yeah. Step in marketing a brand is brand awareness. Just making people aware that there's a place called Indonesia is a massive step forward, especially for a US audience. I'm dunking on the US people, but it's true. But it goes beyond just pure awareness. Consider the 2024 Indonesian folk music medley. Now, I'm going to have to download that purely for get medley here. And I'll probably talk over the scripts as I watch it and fast forward to appropriate places. 2024 Indonesian folk music medley that Hollow ID put out. In part, medley was to promote Indonesia Day and the Indonesian motto of unity in diversity. It reflects now. Do you all right? I'm going to throw up another adjustment clip here. And the Indonesian motto of like that. It's about enough for people to read. Fusion page. Text plus. All right. Unity in diversity. Indonesia. So copy that. There. All right. So here. Look at our live stream. Does that pick up the right thing? Yeah, good. I should take a stretch. All right. Let me do my stretches. All right. I don't know why they set it to a red outline as default. Okay. And the Indonesian motto of unity in diversity. It reflects this both in a musical sense by being a medley of folk songs from various islands and cultures within Indo. It is a unification of those diverse songs into a single song, and the music. Yeah, actually, this entire bit I can't edit without the clips, so we'll skip over. Moreover, every stream that of an Indonesian high school student, and then having them change into Indonesia's diversity. Moreover, every stream that Indonesian VTubers perform is an opportunity for viewers to become emotionally invested with both the VTuber and the VTuber's country and the interests of Indonesia. Yeah. Oh, it is. It the original tune was meant to be hard to sing so that the person doing that particular song could show off their ability. It was sort of like a challenge song. And then they adapted it to be the uh the country song, which was a bit weird. Actually invested with both the VTuber and the VTuber's country and the interests of Indonesia. That makes me think. Go here. We'll play the video on the black background screen. And then I can fast forward through it and do whatever. And then that overlay will fit right. And this bit is the summary bit. Soft power being the expression of, I think, I'll use that to put the key points up there. Hmm. I guess it would be like making Waltzing Matilda the national anthem rather than I forgot the name of our national anthem. I mean, I know that Advanced Australia Fair. Wait, that background color's fine. Let's get rid of everything else. Delete, delete, delete that. Damage. Yeah. So what are the points I could make is soft power. Let's that. Increase the line spacing slightly. Make it a little bit smaller. I think we're going to align it to the side. There. Soft power being the expression of a country's power through cultural and personal ties. We have the new public diplomacy working on non-government and right. Then we might have to scale it around. Entities bringing more personal interrelationships, and we have Hollow ID acting. What did I say about that? Acting as a prominent nexus in there. We'll scale that down as well. That means we can move you up to the next line. My wings get in the way so often. Because they are reaching out to a lot of non-Indonesian people and promoting Indonesia to them. I hope this... Good, okay. So at this point, they are Hollow ID. We'll stick a keyframe there. Move back a bit. Non-government entities. Move that there. Have the new public deployment. Put that keyframe there. And personal ties. Tract that. All right. Soft power. That keyframe there. Go like that. Okay, let's see how that animation turns out. Soft power being the expression of a country's power through cultural and personal ties. We have the new public diplomacy working on non-government entities, bringing more personal interrelationships. And we have, let's just adjust the timing slightly. Have follow. Oh, that should be non-government. Personal that. That should be just slightly forward. Okay. Have Hollow ID acting as a prominent nexus in there because they are reaching out to a lot of non-Indonesian people and promoting Indonesia to them. I hope this video was quite... And that's actually the end of the editing I can do online, because the next bit requires me to do some downloading and stuff like that. Let's get back to my main room. Hello. Hold on. I've got the wrong controls. There and there. Thank you, everybody, for joining me as I did my editing. This new video, I think, will be coming out over the weekend, so look forward to it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all later. If it's your first time watching, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again